I'm Rose Ann, and this is 60 Radical Seconds. When we get to Usually when the word discipline comes up, all these really harsh images of a mean teacher comes up who's just constantly beating you down. You know, kind of like the movie Whiplash. If someone's continuously beating you up in order to get you to be a better musician, that's not a healthy situation. Let's just get that out of the way first. When I talk to my students or some of my colleagues about being more disciplined, it's almost always about, how much do you practice? But there are also a couple other aspects to self-discipline when it comes to music that we overlook. Here are a few of them. I once had this gig where I had to play behind this famous actress who was going to sing. I heard the music and there was literally just one note I had to play through the whole song. It was like, dun, ging. And I thought to myself, why hire me to play that one note? I was like, okay, let me just add what I do. Like, she turned around and she said, could you just play what's on the music? And it was in that moment that I realized that I had to learn how to play the gig, to be disciplined enough to refrain from letting my ego or my musical judgment, my skill set get in the way. That's discipline. You know how athletes have game day? We musicians have gig day. Gig day means getting your mind mentally ready by packing up your stuff. Don't forget your cables, your music, your clothing. Leave your house a half an hour earlier if there's traffic or if you need to catch an earlier train. Most band leaders I know would take a lesser talented musician who's on top of their stuff rather than the baddest cat who ultimately becomes high maintenance. Being on time and paying attention to those details, that's discipline. Finally, being a team player. This means knowing what your role is and what your contribution is going to be to the whole effort, to the team and to the music. What you don't want to do, for example, is be at rehearsal and while everyone's trying to figure out how to play the darn song, you're checking your phone for text messages or you're writing email. That's not good. In this rehearsal, you're responsible for your parts and your contribution, and you're also respectful to all the other players and participants involved. And that's discipline. Self-discipline, it's going to give you stability and structure, and it's going to keep you on top of your game. And when you're on top of your game, you gain some freedom. Freedom from that sinking feeling that you're underprepared, or that guilty feeling of being complacent and knowing that you could have done better. So do better. Do discipline.